Tom Homan, Trump's recently appointed border czar, visited the southern border with Governor Greg Abbott on Tuesday and promised mass deportations would start right away before January. But research is showing a rise in farm workers across the country depending on programs like H-2A. President-elect Trump's threat of mass deportations could have a big effect on U.S. agriculture, affecting everything from prices to the economy. And upstate New York farmers who heavily rely on the H-2A program are already bracing for the impact.
I think the potential disruption of transporting that many workers out of our communities is going to be just incredibly destructive.
The H-2A visa program lets employers hire foreign workers for farm jobs when there aren't enough U.S. workers available. It began through the Bracero program in 1942 and is still widely used today.
There's a sort of vilification of immigrants that's really disturbing and very misguided because, in my experience, the immigrants that are coming here to do work that Americans largely won't do.
Nathaniel Thomas is the owner of Remembrance Farm in Trumansburg, New York. Beginning operations in 2007, he now supplies fresh produce and dairy to nearly 800 households. But he worries about the potential disruption to America's food supply if there are large-scale deportations.
I think we've just seen it, like 3 years ago during COVID, when there were mass shutdowns. You know, when slaughterhouses were shut down, when egg factories were shut down, the price of everything went through the roof, and there just wasn't food on the grocery store shelves.
Thompson has been using the H-2A program since 2016. This year, he had 9 seasonal employees working in different operations.
I think that's why a lot of the larger producers end up hiring undocumented workers, because they need workers that can be sort of permanent. And you know, if they can work and do the job well, why wouldn't you have them?
His last 2 seasonal employees, Rafael and Fernando, are cousins who have returned annually for the last 9 years from Guanajuato, Mexico.
Es que no es un empleo 100% seguro.
It's not a completely secure job. It's closed for 7 months, and you're left wondering if the work will continue next year or if it might end, or if we'll have to go back to working in Mexico.
Despite pushback, they're hopeful one day their contracts could be longer and their process easier.
The situation is that we work the same hours, but the salary in Mexico is very low. So if you want to build your own house, have your own home-based work for personal purposes, we're unable to. We need to go abroad here to the United States to work.
Though the work here is similar to what they do in Mexico, it comes with a sacrifice.
The thing is, if the administration could give us the opportunity to have our families here with us and be able to spend more time with them, that would probably be the best for us, not having to be alone working in the United States for so long.
But their message is simple.
We who come here to work in the fields with the H-2A visa are here only to do our jobs, not to disturb anyone, but to work. We do it to support our families in Mexico, reach our goals, and eventually return to our country as usual.
Crystal Bermudez, WENY News.